I showed this phone to a girlfriend of mine. Girlfriend, don't read between the lines. And the moment I showed it to her, he said it's chota lag raha hai yaar. Now this is the person who uses the iPhone 14 Pro Max and that looks like a brick in her hand. And people who like that kind of a form factor, big screen phones, this video might not be for you. But if you want flagship features in a compact form factor like this, you should definitely watch this video. वो बोल रही थी उसके हाथ में थोड़ा छोटा फिट होता है. मैंने बोला I feel sorry for your boyfriend. उसने बंदी दोस्त को. Now there is no rule book written anywhere that flagship smartphones need to be big in size. I mean, if you're getting top of the line specifications and a good feature set in a compact form factor, I would say why not try that. And I know there are people who wouldn't like big bulky smartphones, so for them I think this would be a good option. Hey guys, welcome to Fiber, and this video is for the review of the Xiaomi 14, a compact flagship smartphone that Xiaomi is getting into the Indian market. Now, the camera is really the headline maker and something that we would like to discuss. But again, there is a lot more that this phone offers in terms of the flagship category. So, can the Xiaomi 14 really stand up against the big boys in the market? Let's find out. Now the Xiaomi 14 in terms of looks and build comes across as quite premium. There is no way that this phone kind of gives very mid-range vibes, and I think this really looks premium. Now the back comes with a matte finish that is again glass, and the sides are embellished with chrome, and the overall look is quite premium for the Xiaomi 14. Now the phone comes with a 6.36-inch 1.5K AMOLED display that supports 120 Hz of dynamic refresh rate. It's a good display, and it also comes with 3000 nits of peak brightness, which means even if you are using the phone outside under harsh sunlight conditions, the content will be legible. Now there is metal on this phone because it's a premium device, so which makes the device a bit more heavy, 193 grams, which is heavier than the Honor X9B that houses a 5800 mAh battery, and this one comes with a 4610 mAh. So where is the weight coming from? The metal, obviously. Now the phone display supports TÜV Rheinland certification. That means under low light condition, even if you are watching content, it will not put strain on your eyes, which is good for a lot of people who consume their content in the dark. And I'm not suggesting anything else. Overall, it's a compact device, and the good thing is that you get a cover in the box which kind of looks like this. And I would suggest for people who are a bit clumsy, use the phone with a cover. It's a premium look and feel, and it gives you better grip, so why not? I want to know how many people would like to watch content in a smaller screen like this. Yeah, I know there are a lot of people who would prefer such a thing. So yeah, I think this would be a good option for them. Now the Xiaomi 14 comes with stereo speakers with Dolby support, by the way. So watching content on it will not be a problem. But I am someone who likes a bigger screen if I'm watching content, and I kind of have a similar sentiment when I'm talking about gaming on a big screen. So if I'm playing games on a 6.3-inch smartphone, I don't think it will give me that kind of an immersive experience. But however, hardware is really something that redefines the Xiaomi 14, and if you're wanting to play games, the hardware inside can definitely support it. The Xiaomi 14 comes with a top-of-the-line Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset, 12GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. You look at the benchmark scores of this smartphone, and it can easily stand shoulder to shoulder with the OnePlus 12, S24 Ultra, and even the Vivo X100 Pro. So these are powerhouses smartphones, and the Xiaomi 14 can equally match to them, which is great. Here you can look at the Geekbench scores, and yes, they are impressive. The new thing about the smartphone is HyperOS, and the overall look and feel looks quite funky and new age. Yes, there is a bit of a bloat available here, but you can clearly delete them as well. The folders are organized, the apps are organized, the search bar has come down, and it makes the user experience quite intuitive, and I think the new age people will definitely like what HyperOS has to offer. The rest of the things, 5G support, IR Blaster, dual SIM, the basics are all covered in this flagship. And I should definitely say, if HyperOS isn't an issue for you, this phone is good in terms of overall UI. Now, the main talking point about the Xiaomi 14 is the camera system. Now, in terms of specs, it comes with 350 megapixel cameras, one wide angle, one floating telephoto, and an ultra wide camera. Now, the Leica technology in this smartphone really redefines the photography experience that you would get as a user. Let's have a look at some of the samples that I clicked in the city of Barcelona, and it's a beautiful city. Now, when it comes to street photography or capturing beautiful landscapes, the Xiaomi 14 camera just performs really well. Now, there were some areas in the city where the sunlight was a bit harsh, and as you can see in certain parts of the picture, the parts look a bit burnt out. So it's not able to control the light that well in terms of harsh lighting conditions. We even tried out the wide angle shots here, and yes, like again, it's capturing a lot more light, a little overexposed than necessary. We also compared the same with a Vivo X100 Pro shot here, and as you can see in the comparison, the brightness and the contrast look a bit more controlled in the X100 Pro. So the portraits come out really well. There is accurate separation between the subject and the background, as you can clearly see in this image. However, do not be fooled by some of the unrealistic beauty standards the beauty mode portrays on this camera. Here you can see the difference between the two images, one used clicking the beauty mode and one without. And if you even use the zoom on this camera, you get a bit more distorted image. I don't know whether people really use that kind of zoom on camera phones. Don't. You will not get any good results. Now, the rear camera comes with a movie mode, which is quite good. The subject and the background separation is quite well, and content creators who create a lot of content for social media, in fact, would love to have an option like this in their phones. The resolution and the aspect ratio also come in a wide screen. So yeah, I mean, Dolby Vision compatibility, 8K footage recording capabilities. This camera is packed to the brim, and I'm sure if you are creative, if you like to create a lot of content, you will definitely love using this camera system. Now, the movie mode, which I tried here, gave me good results. Stabilization is good, but it kind of jitters in a few frames, which make the picture look a bit distorted. But again, overall quality, I don't think there should be a problem. You just need to shoot it with a gimbal. I think that would be a better option rather shooting with hand. The 14 also comes with some cool video features like short film, in which you can make short reels for social media, and it also comes with a director mode in which you can control multiple cameras using just this smartphone, sort of like what you get in a multicam setup while you're shooting movies. So content creators, you'll love this. The phone also comes with a 32 megapixel selfie camera, which is good. Portrait selfies in the sunlight come out really well, and even the normal mode is good. As you can see, stabilization here, which I put in a car, is quite well. I mean, I'm inside a car with bumpy roads, and it's able to really work its magic. It also comes with 4K recording, and on the front camera, you can see a bit of a color shift that I noticed, but not really a deal breaker. Overall, this is an excellent camera system, and it will cater well to people who create a lot of content, click a lot of pictures outside, and it just makes your overall experience better. So I definitely think that people who are in the creative line can explore an option like the Xiaomi 14. Now, the Xiaomi 14 comes with a 4610 mAh battery with a 90 watt fast charge support and 50 watt wireless charging support. The charging time that we got in this phone was 25 to 100% in 30 minutes, and the native 120 watt charger will be required for this. If you're using a third party 120 watt charger, it will not charge that fast, and that kind of was disappointing for me. We ran the benchmark performance mode on this phone, and we were trying a few benchmarks, and in approximately 1 hour 20 minutes it drained 20% of battery, which I think is decent. So if you're throwing basic applications, email, social media, I think it will last you a day and a half easily. Alright, the deal is pretty simple here. If you're wanting flagship features in a compact form factor, I think the Xiaomi 14 is an excellent option. The Leica technology just makes the camera experience so well that you would love to use. Just point and shoot and you'll get good results 9 out of 10. And under 75,000, I think this is a good camera phone. So the deal is pretty clear. You're getting a compact form factor and you're not compromising on any of the flagship features, which I think really puts Xiaomi 14 right up there against some of the best in the market. And you look at the pricing, under 75,000, this kind of a phone with all these features is a good buy. And on our fiber rating, we will give it a 7.5, which I think is pretty good. So that was a full review of the Xiaomi 14. Let us know in the comment section what you think about this smartphone and whether this is something that you would consider buying. And again, for everything tech and a lot of fun, stay tuned to Fiber. This is Cyrus signing off.